Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on a team looking to get into the win column, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Tar Heels will put toe to leather to crank us up. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Gets set, first down. Looking downfield, it's Fuentes. Flushed out of the pocket. The ball pops out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
To the ground with the back. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best four programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They'll run play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And that's a gut punch, especially for the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, a pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a fourth down.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on, be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Looking to pass. It's Fuentes. He'll try to do it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He'll pull it down and run. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and then bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
On second down, wants to throw. It's complete to the right. They get him down after he makes the catch. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, Dave, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So a drive there of 82 yards. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Vasco. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He goes out of bounds at the 7-yard line, but what an opportunity after that pick.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage is able to wrestle him down. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system. Looking
to throw, it's Vasco. Lofts one high and deep.
What hell no?
Right side. Afterburners coming. Touchdown Tar Heels. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Gets it past the marker. And he's running in the open. At the 20. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The kickoff team on the field, he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. They'll corral that squib kick just inside the 15. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line gets set, first down. To the air, it's Vasco. Fires to the wideout. He's got it.
Who the fuck is this dude?
Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He wants to throw. On the run, fires downfield. It's complete. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Offense gets set for second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, UNC.
One of the areas they really focused on for this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. A first down for the offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 21, North Carolina 17.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Scanning the field, it's Fuentes. Using his feet to buy time. He'll fire to his right. And he hauls it in inside the 30. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Leaves it with the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pass on the way, and it's picked off. Never really got that return flanking, but the offense is set up at the 30. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Snags it quickly on the left. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And I know it's not sexy, but those little runs just keep you on your heels, keep the sticks moving, making you understand, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be patient. A lot of offenses aren't patient. They get too big play happy, wanting to force the ball down the field. This offense is staying nice and patient right now.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Unloads it left. It's gone. And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line. The Buckeyes are on the move. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Toss to the outside. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking for a man. It's Fuentes. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
I'm not
First and goal.
guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your own line, I say go for it every time.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Leaves it with the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. This offense has a 2nd down play. Dropping back, it's Vasco. Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Ohio State. How about that D into their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Northwestern is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out. We've seen this program stage memorable comebacks before. Do not rule out another one today. They're trailing by 11 to UCLA. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for a man. It's Vasco. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Got his man on the right. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle or force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards on the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
They're setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Ohio State 42, North Carolina 17.
And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Looking to throw, it's Basco. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And a big return.
Stall him out, Debo.
Ohio State
A&T sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
And that's a great stop by this defense. Second down and goal, getting the lost yardage play, now putting your defense in a better position for third down.
On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Unleashes to the
Oh,
end zone.
Fuentes, that's my fault. That's on me,
Intercepted.
Fuentes. I tried to force it in, man. That's my fault, bro.
He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, North Carolina. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Dude, from 4th and goal, backs against the wall. You don't want to give up points to. I'm putting points on the scoreboard. What a play by this defense. Nice break on the football, gets the pick, finds the green grass, and takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Nowhere to go in the ball.
Oh, no. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead.
Watch the run.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back.
Just like that, made it the game.
That momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Back to throw, it's Fuentes. Trying to beat the D deep. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Got his man downfield. Works his way to the 41, and that is...
First
down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive.
He tries to take the top off. And it's caught inside the 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. The kickoff team out there getting set. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they can go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Bad news for the defense. They gave up a first down on a scramble. Good news, though, they got a lick on that quarterback. That is a dream shot for anybody on defense. So, yeah, you might have made a good play individually.
Can anyone catch him? And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense.
Yo, what the fuck?
Shot toward the end zone.
Yo,
Trying to get a chunk play on that one.
bullshit.
Well, this guy has had himself a day. Already over 100 yards receiving in the game, so no wonder the quarterback's looking his way, and no wonder the defense now has finally figured out they're trying to throw it to him. So we got to cover him. We got to knock balls down and force incompletions.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's
I
Roberts.
want soul.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive.
I
All
love this
kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, UNC! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, and this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
North Carolina, 38.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they like.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Out of the gun to give to the back. At the 35, he's got room. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
No surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Running toward the tape. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Touchdown, Ohio State. Reeled it in and just made the house call. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we can go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Looking to the big tight end. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
To the air, it's Fuentes. Forced out of the pocket. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Ohio State 56, North Carolina 38.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with him. Give him 6 on the play. They'll mark it at the 9.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Fast motion from the offense. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Back to throw, it's Harrell. Looking to scramble. Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Oh, he's going to remember that one for sure, man. He did a nice job getting outside the pocket, but at that point now, he's got to be on high alert. He knows this defense is going to be coming flying at him. He'll be doing a better job sliding or running out of bounds the next time that happens in this game. I guarantee you that.
Gets it inside the 10. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Looking to go up top on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he's got it inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Quarterback sneaking his way, tunneling and burrowing into the line.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass.
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up, get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. A 3rd and long coming up here. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Touchdown, Ohio State! And the beatdown has ensued. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happened.